Hello YouTube, 4Co-op Pop aka Joe here with another video talking about the kit with my Sega Naomi. So this video is going to be a little different. I wanted to talk about the Naomi board that I got that was in fact brand new. And this is kind of an unboxing video, yet it's not because I've already, opened this. But I really wanted to show this off. I haven't seen anyone else that has gotten a kit and like kind of an arcade kit per se. So I bought this kit and it's actually this is a Capcom kit for Capcom versus SNK, and I've got the ROM right here. This is the ROM board. Right here, and you would use this to put into the Sega Naomi cab or the board, their PCB board, and this would run and play the game. So where this kit came from, I bought from a company called Arcade Shock, who sold me this, and inside of it is very interesting. So as when you're an arcade licensor, you would order one of these kits to change out your cabinet, and they would come in with the Naomi PC board, of course the game ROM, and then the Capcom IO board, which I showed off in an earlier video, that's inside of the Arcade 1-Up. So let me take these two boxes. I'll showcase what's in those boxes. Right here is the control overlay. You would put this over, and then you would cut your holes out to where your six button controls would be at. And this is for a full arcade kit. I wouldn't use this on an Arcade 1-Up. These are things in the future I plan on buying one of those 300-400 pound arcade units, and I will certainly use this on that. But for this little Arcade 1-Up guy, no. And right here we have the marquee, which comes with the plexiglass. So this is the plexiglass that you would use on an actual arcade. And then we have the Capcom versus SNK marquee. And that too came with it as well. Next we have the guide to coin-operated video games. So this was the parental advisory. Places that have these arcades would carry these out just so you'll know what kind of games, what the game ratings are, and what to look for. This is really cool. I've never seen one of these before I got this. And then here is the this is the I guess the border around the CRT. So right here is the black border, but on the other side, I'll try not to fold this or kind of mess that up in any way. Move this out of the way. Right there, you would line up how big your CRT is going to be, and then you would cut along the outline, and then you would flip this over, and then this would be your border inside of the unit. It's pretty cool. So let me move this out of the way, and then I will show what's in the boxes. Okay. So right inside the box here, we have the buttons that you would use for Capcom versus SNK. These are like normal HAP buttons, and Capcom versus SNK actually only has 4 buttons. It doesn't have 6 like normal, like Street Fighter 2 Turbo or Capcom versus SNK. And I'm sorry, Marvel versus Capcom 2, which carries a 6-button layout. This is actually a 4-player layout on both 1-player and 2-player. So to be more like, you know, Neo Geo, they opted to do low punch and high punch and low kick and high kick only, and be more of a 4-player layout just to maybe get SNK players into playing that kind of game. But then over here we have the joystick. And the joysticks I used for the Arcade 1-Up, I bought those from eBay. They were Hap joysticks. I did not want to use this whatsoever. This is really cool. Let's see if I can get this out. Doing this one-handed. But yeah, right here, this is one of the joysticks you would put into the arcade unit. In order for me to get this into an Arcade 1-Up, I would have to use a Dremel and cut into this. And you know, these type of joysticks I don't come across every day, and so I do plan on using this when I build my first, you know, like the 300-pound arcades. I do plan on getting one of those when I move into a house. But yeah, really cool. And then there's another one in here for player 2. And the Capcom I/O board would go in this pack right here. And then we've got these. This is in case in some people's cabinets they'll put the Capcom I/O board above the Naomi board, and this is the brackets that you would use for that. And then in this box are the manuals. And this was the packaging for the Naomi board. Right in here, let me move this out of the way. I'll show those here in a second. Right here is the owner's manual for Capcom versus SNK Millennium Fight 2000. And that's brand new. I've never opened this. And this would talk about how to set up the board itself. You know, these are kind of hard to come by just because arcade manufacturers would normally throw this stuff away. And you can find these online if you come across a Capcom versus SNK board. You need the owner's manual. You can just Google search this and find a really nice PDF that just shows everything here. But yeah, it just goes more in depth. This is where those brackets would go in if you wanted to put the Capcom I/O board above the Naomi board itself, and how to hook the and kind of in depth here how to hook up. There's tests and service if you wanted to use those. And so right here we have the Naomi service manual. Really cool stuff. This is kind of a collector's piece. Right here, the dip switches. So on the Naomi board, you can switch to a higher resolution. Currently, what I have playing on mine is the 640 resolution or the normal. It won't go up to the higher resolution. If you wanted to go to the higher resolution, you would have to put that on a kind of a newer monitor that can take the 31 hertz. Hope I said that right. Mine is on the 15, which is down here. This much better looking display. I still think both of them look good, in my opinion. And right there is where your board, this guy right here would set down into your Sega Naomi. And I'm not going to go through every single page of this book. This is more boring stuff. Going over the options, how to set up the coins, settings for the different coins. If you want it, if you want it to be 50 cents or 75 cents per player before they start playing. So there's the operation manual for the Sega Naomi. And then right here are the, this is the border. And forgive me if I'm not using the correct terminology. I'm sure, let me know in the comment section what the terminology would be for, for something like this. But this is, you would put this on that black border I showed earlier, and it shows all the move sets. And then right here, I had a guy on YouTube in the comment section ask me where I got the sticker from on the Arcade 1-Up, and it actually came here. I'm sure you could probably find this by itself, or someone can pre-print it. But this is the actual sticker that you would use on the arcade cabinet. They came with two, so I used one on the Arcade 1-Up. And then I wanted to keep this one when I build a real authentic arcade cabinet. And then that's the other part of the border right here. Really cool stuff. And then this is the control layout right here. So this is where your joystick would go. And right here is where your buttons would go, or the button layout. And if you notice, there's only 4 spots. You can cut out 2 more, but you would cut holes right on Chung-Li there. I probably will never use this, just because every game I play is going to be 6 buttons instead of 4. Pretty cool stuff. And little warning you can put on the arcade. So yeah, this is a a background into the Naomi board that I got. It actually is brand new. It's never been used. I will tell you, if anyone asks, how to get one of these, if you want to do one for your Arcade 1-Up system, or just a system in general, I recommend going on eBay and finding it used. I don't recommend buying this brand new. It is, it's a pretty penny. It's pretty expensive how much it cost for all of this. I'm sure if you go to Arcade Shock, it's still up how much I paid for this, which, to put into this, which was $300, was probably overkill. But, I do plan on transitioning this into an actual arcade, like I said earlier. And I will do some more videos in the future. I don't mean to keep talking about, the Arcade 1-Up system. I want to kind of answer some questions that people have had for me in the comments about how I've programmed the Naomi board and how I put together my setup. And please hit a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll post and do more videos in the future, and I'll answer any comments you guys have. And as always, thank you for watching.